only a few days before. So the reason that I said I'll get delivered on tomorrow is because true that some of us don't want to be set free today because we got a plan for one more night. And while we're calling for deliverance service in here today, somebody might be contemplating and saying, you know what, if I could just get this, I could just do it one more time. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all know when you're going to quit smoking, you go back and you go to the store and buy a pack of cigarettes and say, this is the last pack. And then some of y'all will go, I'm not going to drink no more. This is my last drink. I'm going over to the place, to the bar and grill, and I'm going to get me one more drink because I'm going to stop after tonight. Somebody might, back in the day, we couldn't text, but now y'all can text and say, you know what, I'm going to end this relationship, but can you meet me tonight at 7:30? Just for one more time for the road. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all done did it. Y'all know y'all. We can take one more trip to Vegas. But when I come back after that, I'm going to be straight. Just one more time. So I couldn't understand why Pharaoh wanted to keep the frogs one more day. But I understand the principle of it is because when you're bound, you don't want to be free sometimes. And let's face it, everybody that comes through those church doors don't really want to be free. They get used to what they're doing. They get used to having the boo on the side. They get used to creeping. It becomes a part of their lifestyle. But I came to tell you this afternoon and this morning or this evening or whatever time of the day you want to call it, is that God is calling for you can have your deliverance now. I don't know what you came to do, but every day I wake up, I need to be delivered from something. Y'all so saved. I ain't nobody. When I wake up in the morning, there's something that I know that's going to occur. I'll find out through that day, Marsha. I'm not yet fully delivered from that just yet. Not just yet. I'm not just delivered. Not just yet. Some of y'all find out that y'all not just yet delivered from the cussing spirit. Not just yet. Not just yet. I've been trying to let it go. Oh, but I feel it welling up in me. Especially when somebody really get on your nerve really good. You feel, if I could, and sometime before you know it, just like you go to each other double shot, before, just like you do in church, but actually it's the devil's language, and you find yourself, said it, and then you got to say, Lord, I'm so sorry. Lord, I repent from saying that. That was wrong. But you find out there's some things. Every day you find out there's some things you're not quite yet delivered from. But that's all right that you ain't quite delivered from it yet. But God is a deliverer. And so what you immediately do is you start to pray and say, God, deliver me from that. See, we were talking the other day, and somebody was talking, I think it was yesterday. I think it was Rakiva, and she was saying how we were talking about clean eating. And she was talking about Pepsi, and I was talking Pepsi too. And I told her, I said, girlfriend, I can't pray for you in that area. We both need to seek counseling because I need help too. So, see, you can't counsel and pray for nobody to be set free if you're dealing with the same struggle. Oh, let's be real about it. Listen, I can't pray the Lord take the taste of Pepsi out of your mouth, and if I had one right now, I'll turn it up right in the pulpit. All right. Come on, keep it real. And see, but here's where I'm going. Because I got to go quickly. Because the worship pastor wants me to sit down. So I got to go quick. Now, listen, you gotta understand something. Now, let's go down. Now, we done dealt with the folk. We're going to take more time one day. I'm going to preach this to you really good when we got some time. Because I know it's a whole bunch of, y'all know some folk that don't really want to be free, don't you? They hang out, they pretend, and they come, and they act like they love the Lord, but they don't really want to be free from what they're dealing with, and they come in your presence, and they act like they're free, and then as soon as you leave the church house, you find out they weren't free. You know what I'm saying? You get them back home, you get them in the car, wherever you're going, and you find out they ain't free. I thought you just got free from that. I reminded her one time, bless her heart, and she know we done talked about Sister Skeeter. Sister Skeeter, we was down in Goldsboro, and the fire came through the church, and she ran up there to get saved, and she said she was going to give her life to the Lord, and we were looking for Skeeter after that. After she gave her life to the Lord, while the word was coming forth, Skeeter was outside smoking a cigarette. I said, I thought you had got free today. And she said, I don't know what happened. And usually that's how I go, I don't know what happened. It just happened so quick. But now, here's the part that I'm getting to now. Y'all understand, we got some folk in church, Drew, that want to be delivered, and we got some folk that just ain't ready yet. They just ain't ready. And we got some preachers that don't want to be delivered either. That's a whole nother thing. They don't want to be free. So, I forgot we on the internet. But listen, so now, let me talk about, praise the Lord. Now let me talk about, let me talk about what God did. Now, Moses asked the Pharaoh, he said, when do you want this? When do you want me to entreat the Lord about this thing that's going to happen to you? And Pharaoh said, tomorrow. So then Moses said, okay, well, be it so unto you, then tomorrow it will happen. Let me go talk to the man. So Moses goes back and tells God, he said, listen, he said, God, he said, Pharaoh, you know this dude that I've been dealing with. Okay, send this, send, now it's the frogs. Okay, listen, now, he said, take the frogs away tomorrow. Okay, so I'm entreating you to take them. But isn't it amazing? I gotta go back for a minute. But isn't it amazing, Marshall, that the folk that don't have that don't fool with you, but they always call you when they want something? Anybody know somebody like that? You don't hear from them until they want something, and then they start a nice conversation. How you been doing? I ain't talked to you in a while. Everything all right? And you just say, but the Holy Ghost have already told you they want something. That's right. And see, I got to the place now, when I see that number, I just pick up the phone and say, what you want? You don't want me. You want what I can do for you. See, you got to understand something. That's why you have to be careful, because some folk love you for what you can do for them, but they don't love you for who you are. Oh, come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Especially us leaders. We got a lot of folk that love us because of what we can do, because we can take them somewhere. They can get on our coattail and ride, but they don't love you for who you are. I wish I had at least two folk that love me for who I am. But anyway, I'm going to go back and talk about Moses. Then I'm going to see. So Moses told the Lord, he said, now listen, God. He said, listen. He said, take the frogs away tomorrow. Now, y'all talk about Moses if you want to. He couldn't talk. He couldn't do this. He was inefficient. He was ineffective. He wasn't a great leader. But there was something about Moses and God that God said, whatever Moses said, that's what I'm going to do. So now Moses, with his inefficient, he was a people pleaser. He took away from his leadership. But even in all of that he was not perfect, Drew. He told the Lord what Pharaoh said, and the Bible lets us know in the 13th verse. He said, and God hearkened unto what Moses said, and took the frogs away on the next day. And he told you from every place that he took them. Now here's what I'm saying. And I can run down the street. Here's what I'm saying. Sister Bessie, do you realize even in your inefficiency, but because of your relationship and your love for God, that you can tell God something and he will honor it, and it will happen because you said it. See, y'all still call on the folk that, it's what God said. But you know what? God has put the power in you. And because of your relationship, you can say it and God will honor it. So I'm waiting for some folk that I need to surround myself with that know how to speak to God and say, God, I need this to happen. And I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Because next week I got to meet with somebody that ain't going to cost me a whole lot of money for the stuff that I need to see. You got to have some folk that say, let me seek out the land and let me find it because you said it. Because you said it, God's going to honor it. And there's some things that's getting ready to happen in the last part of this year because you have spoken some things. Marsha, there's some things that you've spoken in the atmosphere, and God said He's going to release them because you honor your word. Oh God, Sister Bessie, there's some things that you spoke in the atmosphere, and God's going to do it simply because that's Bessie. Bessie called me. I got to go go do it. I got to send some angels. Since you need me to do something, I got to speak it and call it. Let me tell you something. You got to understand that this is the day, the season that God is trying to raise you up to speak the word.